Hello, everyone. Pleased to welcome you to our workshop. Jmix team here. Today, I will be your host. My name is Alex Burov, and I will be host moderator. With me today is Dmitry Vaschenko, the core member of Jmix team and our lead trainer, who will lead the technical walkthrough and live build. Hi, Dmitry.
Yes, hello there.
Hello there. Even before we begin, please say hello in the YouTube chat section and tell us where you're joining from and can you hear us well? Something like India plus, it would be just perfect. And please pay attention to the first poll that we just put in the chat section. There will be several of them today. And I hope that we will be having a just wonderful discussion. Feel free to ask any questions that you want. So today's titles is AI coding with Engineering Guardrails. And as you can see, we have a dedicated visual metaphor. Our mascot, Jago, the friendly Java parrot, is having a nice bicycle trip on the highway with guardrails, literally. And of course, it's always go to the highway with huge speed and accelerating your pedals if you know that you have guardrails which will avoid any falling or any problems. So today's titles is AI coding, engineering guardrails. The useful question is not is the AI able to speed up your development? We all know that it can. But what are the exact cases where you can make it manageable and keep the architecture, security, and engineering under control? So let's switch to the other slide. And besides me and Dmitry, we also have our editor, Yegor, who will guide us and help us in some technical questions. So feel free to add me and Dmitry on LinkedIn. You can see some QR codes here. We're always glad to chat with you. And I will be mostly talking, and Dmitry will be working, basically. And this workshop is inspired by the success of our previous workshop in June, where we were working on the full stack applications on open source B2B CRM. And we highlighted the advantages of Jmix applications and advantages of Jmix tooling. So if any of you who are joining today did not see this workshop, feel free to deep dive in the history and maybe come back later to it. So today it will be less marketing and more developer experience. What we're going to talk is the following. We will cover, for those of you who are not yet familiar with Jmix, I looked in the registration table and saw that there are a lot of newbies in Jmix. What's Jmix in 2026? What was the evolution of Jmix environment? Which resources our team provides for you for the modern development with the new paradigm of AI agents? And of course, we'll do some live coding, live hands-on. So let's go further. Jmix established yet in 2008 with the predecessor name of Kuba platform. And currently its name is Jmix, and it's open source based platform since 2016. This year we celebrate the 10 years jubilee. And you can see some acknowledged names. So for several of our key valued customers among this. We cover a lot of countries and millions of end users with our platform. Jmix consists of 3 layers. The first one is the open source architecture based on mainstream Java technologies. You can go to the GitHub if you didn't yet have a chance, give us a star and maybe contribute to Jmix, maybe make your own fork of Jmix, it's up to you. And the second layer is the developer experience and Studio and AI development tools integrated with the most popular IDE in the world for Java developers, IntelliJ IDEA, fully supporting Spring AI and Vaadin tooling. We will concentrate today mostly on the second layer. And the third, last not least, layer is the marketplace, where you can find a lot of out-of-the-box ready-made components, including one that we will be observing today, the so-called AI tools add-on. Okay, so what was the evolution of the Jmix developer environment? As I told earlier, established in 2008, Kuba framework initially was the internal platform of our team behind the Jmix. It did standardized the architecture of enterprise applications, and 7 and 8 years later accordingly, we also count the year when we became open source, Kuba Studio reduced repetitive setup and generation work. Later on, in 2018, we moved into IntelliJ IDEA and brought visual tools and source code into one working environment. From 21 to 23, with the updating of the stack, Jmix and Flow UI-based components moved the platform into the new and mainstream modular stack. And in 2025, 2026, we made significant boost by providing alternative way also to create Jmix applications with AI, with the AI agents, AI tooling. And of course, we brought another layer of leverage to Jmix developers here. So what is exactly the Jmix agent toolkit that we are going to use today in our workshop? First of all, it's basically the open repo on the GitHub that you are able to use with the most state-of-the-art technologies in LLM, such as Cloud Code, Codex, OpenCode, JetBrains Junie. And it contains of the modular agent skills, which you are able to use to work with entities, views, security, database change logs. And of course, through integrations, the agent can work and cooperate with the IntelliJ IDEA, run the applications, validate UI flows in the browser by using Playwright test environment. And you are able to use both CLI workflow and Jmix Studio Wizard. And we will cover this question in our workshop. So, AI tools, another layer which enhances the experience of runtime, experience of users in runtime by providing different scenarios for your applications. First of all, the ready-to-use AI chat inside your Jmix applications with full persistency on the chat history and keeping the context. It also provides the necessary security settings. You can secure natural language access to your data. And you are either able to use the cloud state-of-art LLMs or your own local LLMs. It's up to you, again. This is the question this is I would say the tasks that were brought by the new features of Jmix version 3.0. Besides that, a significant improvement in the development was done by introducing the dynamic model. Dynamic model is the new functionality which allows you to create, modify, or remove entities, attributes, views, or whatever items at runtime. So this gives us a completely new experience for the development, including a new audience. Not only the developers can work now with Jmix applications, but also, for example, the audience of business analysts who are not ready to wait for weeks and months when their UTrack tickets will be closed by the development team. And if you are a business analyst, you want to have a test of your hypothesis soon, this is something that you can do exactly with the dynamic model and to merge the code with the full guidance with your development team. So before we jump into the workshop scenario, you can find another poll considering the usage of ID in 2026, and we will be very happy if you will give us some feedback. Please make your choice. The workshop scenario that will last around 30-40 minutes will cover the following. First of all, we have already done applications, industrial asset management application. It already works and manages equipment, service requests, work orders, and so on. And we are going to implement some new features that are required by business. We want to identify and escalate the overdue service requests. And escalate is a business action. The application will mark or route overdue request for attention of our users. And we will implement new entities like pressure testing of the coffee machines that we will work with. And of course, we will implement the functionality to ask questions about the operational data and in natural language. This is something that we're going to do today. And we will be also answering the questions from your side. And now I'm going to pass the word to Dmitry to continue further. Dmitry, please feel free.
Yes, I'm here. Hello there once again. Thank you very much for the introduction about the Jmix. Once again, I hope that my screen is being shared right now. Yeah. So once again, for those who is new in the Jmix, please remember that you can make questions, can find our documentation, and so on. What we have today, what I do have today, yeah, we have the application that is called, as you may see, Asset Demo, yeah, and this is the application for mentioned things, yeah. So we have here a couple of demo equipment pieces, yeah, let's say some espresso machines, coffee grinders, and so on, yeah. Then we have a couple of the service requests with a different priority, in different statuses, and so on. Then we have some work orders for the engineers, and of course I have a couple of the additional users with different roles created in advance, yeah, so we can develop this application further, yeah. And the first step I'm going to be as follows. By the way, pay attention to this. I'm not going to add the mentioned guardrails immediately, yeah. Why? The question can appear, why I do not do so, and the answer is simple. I would like to show you the comparison, of course, yeah, how the modern agent, let's say I'm going to use some agent from the company that name starts from the A, yeah, Anthropic, of course, Claude. So this is going to be, of course, obvious once I start working with this one, yeah. So this is going to be Claude today. So, and I have a simple prompt for this one. By the way, pay attention that we have some work orders in the application, of course, yeah, not work orders, service requests, yeah, and some of those are overdue. Let's say they are not completed, they probably new or in progress, but the date is in the past, yeah. So we need some mechanism to make those, let's say, escalated, yeah, escalated. So for this, I'm going to use a prompt, and I'm going to use the agent, of course. So here we go, and pasting this one directly in the terminal. Let's take a look at this. Add an escalate action to the service request list view. The user selects a request and clicks escalate, and so on, so on, so on, so on. Yeah, the rules, the task is provided here. So I believe that this going to take like 7 minutes. Yeah, so we're not going to wait here. Yeah, so we need to fill nowadays here. You know, the developers need to fill the working hours with something. Yeah, during those agents perform. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a short look at the things that are new, in fact, in Jmix since 3.0 version. First of them is, I believe, visible immediately already. Yeah, I mean our new theme, which is the our theme, yeah, application theme. Pay attention to those fonts, yeah, to those roundness and stuff like this. Yeah, this application uses the Aura theme indeed. Yeah, and from this one we're going to small, let's say, block. I would like this one. I would like to call this block user interface tips and tricks, something new in the version 3.0 and above, of course. Yeah. So the first one, what we going to do. For example, in this one, I would like to have some clickable links, let's say, yeah. And by clicking on this link, for example, on the serial number, I need to be immediately navigated to the view that belongs to the particular detail view, yeah, for the particular equipment piece. Yeah. So how you could do this before? Of course, there is an opportunity to create the column or even cell renderer, component renderer, then introduce a button, yeah, then style this button, and so on, so on, so on. But now it is way easier how to do so. Firstly, of course, we need the particular view. Once again, this is the equipment list view, yeah, at this point, and we are going to find this one in our beautiful navigation panel of the Jmix, yeah. So equipment list, this one. Then we're going to the descriptor of this particular view, yeah, and we need this serial number column. Next step, of course, is very easy, yeah, and I believe this one is quite predictable. I'm going to expand this column tag. I'm going to add something inside this one, and this going to be nothing but a detail link renderer. Detail link renderer, yeah, that's almost it. Next step is to produce, not produce, yeah, provide the view identifier, and this is going to be the equipment detail. That's it, as easy as it looking. Then Control S combination to call, let's say, hot deploy of this particular view, yeah. Then going here, refreshing this page. Yeah, I believe that hot deploy is switched off by default, yeah. So I should restart the application at this point. We're going to take a look at this. So it's going to take like a couple of seconds. Waiting. Should be started almost immediately while our agent does some work, yeah, doing even some work, let's say. Okay, here we go. This is the login page again, and now we have those, yeah, clickable links, equipment number 4, let's say, yeah, 1004, and then this one for this one, yeah, everything is done in a couple of clicks, yeah, in a couple of symbols, let's say, even. One more thing to show you. For example, we do have the service requests, of course, yes, and since this is the asset management application, and here we have code that looking not code, yeah, the text that looking a little bit weird here in this field. Why is it so? I believe that you can guess that this is because this text is markdown text. Yeah, in fact, and this is the regular simple text area. So let's change this one to be the markdown editor indeed. So this is the service request detail view. At this point, once again, into the descriptor we go. Here we changing this to be the markdown editor. Yeah, and can add the additional property, let's say the mod to be preview by default. Yeah, once this is started. So once again, should restart the application. I believe that, yeah, now it's fine. It's hot deployed. Pay attention, please. Water leak, then leak detected under the brew group and stuff like this. Still can be edited in the form of markdown, of course. So this is the next, let's say, second trick I want to show you, and the third trick going to be a little bit more probably, yeah, useful for you. This is the pre-configuration of the generic filter. Now, I do not have some particular filters saved, yeah, and I cannot share those. I cannot select those from the drop-down list, yeah. So what I'm going to do for this service requests list view, I'm going to introduce this predefined, let's say, yeah, a pre-configured generic filter. What I need for this, of course, I need to go to the controller. Here, I'm going to scaffold the init event listener. Yeah, well known, I believe, for you. Not for all, probably of you, yeah, but not for each one, but for the part at least, yeah. And then here goes the code from the snippet, not to waste time to introduce this one manually. So first step is to create the GPQL filter. Then with this API, yeah, Fluent API style, let's say, with those change of the calls, inject generic filter, please, could you? Okay, something wrong. Let's do this from here. Inject data components, not the data components, generic components. Okay. Yeah, because it's, this one is the wrong view, of course. Yeah. Control X. Demo effect. Yeah, let's say. So I need the list view, of course. Sorry about this. List view. Here at the bottom, I'm going to reintroduce the init method, and here I believe I should be able to inject this filter. Yeah, that's is correct. So then the filter, then where close in here, then the parameter name and stuff like this, and then the filter itself is populated, let's say, with this GPQL filter. Yeah, and that's it. In fact, let's try this one out. The agent stopped the application, of course, as those do love to do. Let's start this one from the IntelliJ IDEA, then not completed yet, by the way, but 7 minutes, it's a good amount of time, yeah, planned, let's say, amount of time to introduce this new functionality. Waiting for the restart. Yeah.
Dmitry, why are we waiting? I want to ask you a question. So the Jmix skill pack is still a set of instructions, as we understand. But what happens if the agent decides just ignore those instructions and just decide to write some custom Spring code? What do you think?
If it decides to write a custom Spring code, you should hit its hands. Yeah, let's say if it have some hands. So of course, this is almost always the case. Yeah, almost always the case. Why? What do I mean? Because the guardrails, and the things that we recommend to agent to do are still just recommendations. Yeah, so you need to rely rather on the framework itself. like if we're talking about the Jmix framework, then if we need to introduce a click listener, of course, for a button, let's say, yeah, then it can be introduced in a single way, yeah, not like 20 ways, not creating some JavaScript libraries, yeah, then try to bring them in the application. This is not going to work in Jmix, of course, yeah. So it should be combination, let's say. It should be combination of recommendation skills, let's say, yeah, and the Rails that the framework introduces itself, yeah. So this is going to be the answer, I believe. Something is wrong here. Something is wrong here. Yeah, now it's no, it's not app. Let's take a look at this agent. Is going to break something for us today. Yeah, it's completed. I believe that it should be launchable now, at least. I believe this is due to, you know, those MCP tests, playwright tests, stuff like this. Close this, close that, close wrong window, of course. Okay. Yeah, now it's up. Going to reopen our application, of course. Like this. And here we go. Going to test, by the way, yeah, both things. Let's say first thing to test is the service request predefined filter, generic filter, overdue request. Pay attention, we have 20 rows in total. And once I select this one, overdue requests is only 6 rows. Yeah, this is powerful thing. In fact, yeah, you can share this link, yeah, and any other person, let's say in application, going to be able to see the same filtered overdue requests only, yeah. And pay attention to this. This is an interesting situation, by the way. All those are suitable for the escalation because all those are new and or in progress, yeah. So new, overdue, we already know this one. Escalate, this is escalated. In fact, how we know about this one, the first thing, the priority is now critical, yeah, and now it has this escalated on current date, of course, yeah. So if we're trying to escalate not overdue request, yeah, something going to happen. For example, done, escalate, only overdue open request can be escalated. So this implementation is quite good, yeah, quite good, by the way. And at least this one is looking like it's good and fine and complete. But once again, to remind you, we did not introduce the Jmix skills yet. We did not introduce, let's say, the harness yet. Yeah, for our agent, and something can be not absolutely correct. What do I mean? For example, if we open this service request list, yeah, of course it changes the data somehow. Pay attention to this one. Service request data grid escalate action do what? Uses the time source now, yeah, to local date, stuff like this. Then it uses firstly the is overdue open method and prevent escalation on init if our code. So what can be not correct here is using the not using, yeah, but having the business logic in the view. Yeah, this is not highly recommended. Yeah, it's recommended the opposite way, let's say, to keep the view controllers thin. Yeah, thin. If you need something to do with data, yeah, then you should introduce the service layer for this, of course. Yeah, that can be firstly reused, yeah, and then secondly, it can be easily tested, and so on, so on, so on. So this is the complete, let's say, functionality, yeah, the feature, but it's not the Jmix convenient, yeah, or Jmix like, not completely in the Jmix style, yeah. So I'm going to show you firstly how to add those guard lanes, yeah, on those harness-ish things in the application in your environment. Firstly, if you just started, then you're going to see the notification, of course, that you can set up Jmix AI skills. Yeah, AI skills. I used this one, so now this is not working for me, but there is a second way, of course. You can find this gear, gear icon settings, and here this is introduced as well. AI agent toolkit. Just click this one, select the agent you prefer. Once again, the list is wide: Cloud Code, Codex, Open Code, and Juni. I'm using the Cloud Code, so I'm going to keep this one only. The scope, local or global, local for this project in this case, then run. What going to be run, of course, is available here in this command to run section. Then next, this is going to be about the guidelines. Once again, run. The next step going to be about the JetBrains MCP. Correct. Then context 7. Going to skip this one, by the way, not having a key. And then playwright works, as we already know. Going to skip this one as well. I believe that the playwright installed globally for my machine, for my laptop. So now it has skills. Let's make sure .cloud skills, 20 of them, a lot of them for almost anything you can imagine in Jmix. And the next step going to be reprompt, let's say, our agent, to ask the agent to fix everything like it should be. Review your escalate implementation against Jmix create service and Jmix create list view skills only. It's important. Fix deviations, foreground build. Why those two skills only? In fact, if you asking making this prompt not in a non-limited form, it's going to take like 25 minutes to check the implementation again against all the skills. So I decided to simplify this one. So what else? This is once again, should wait until it is done, until everything is fixed, and while this is being performed, I would like to show you something else. For example, what is Jmix well known about? In my opinion, it has a very powerful and very clear, let's say, security subsystem built in. Out of the box, you have all the security you can imagine and you need, in fact. So now I have a couple of users. Let me show you what are those. As far as I remember, this is the administrator, full access because of this, Then Brown and the Miller users are, let's say, engineers, engineers, and this Anna Davis user is the manager. What's going to happen if we're going to the application from the name, let's say, of this Miller user, admin, log out, then Control V. In here, password is the one, simple at this point. Then log in. Firstly, all redundant for the engineer things are gone, due to their, let's say, resource role. And now when we open the service request, as you can see, this particular user, this particular engineer is able to see all the requests from all the sites, let's say from the north side, river side, and the south side. But in fact, this one is the engineer for the particular site. Engineer of the particular site. Let's make sure that I'm not lying to you. Log off, log in, then the asset management sites. Pay attention, those are present here. I mean the sites and the users should be like here. So what I wanted to show you that you firstly, of course, can create the additional restrictions or permissions on the runtime in the Jmix, and it can be quite simple. So you just should go to the row level rows. We do not have a singular one yet. Then we're going to create one. This one going to be populated with the information from the snippet. Like this. The name is of course required. Engineer sees own sites, let's say only, and of course this one should have a code, application scope unique one, without the white spaces. Okay, so the description can be populated in here, yeah, for you to explain what is this role supposed to do. And we're going to create the role level policy. In fact, yeah, what do we need? We need those service requests. Service requests work. Okay, should work. Service requests with the GPQL type, let's say at this point, for reading only to be limited in some particular way. Yeah, in some particular way. Pay attention to this one. Equipment site identifier in site identifier from user where username current user username. Yeah, so only those that belong to the particular user, let's say. Yeah, simplified probably a little bit. Can check the syntax. Syntax is correct, of course. The documentation link is here. Yeah, everything going to work. Once you click this button, the role is created and immediately can be assigned. Let's test this on this Miller user as well. Role assignments, we need to assign the user with role level roles. This one, select. Okay, once is saved, and on the next login, the user going to be able only suitable, yeah, let's say requests. Miller, password going to be one, again, log in, asset management, service requests, only 1, 2, 3, yeah, like this, 6 or 7 of them, and all those do belong to this particular node site. So this is about the security subsystem, let's say. What else? What else? Let's take a look, by the way, on the agent, if it have some findings for us. Yeah, this is quite interesting question for me at least. Build successful, compile plus the existing test, seed green, perfect. Deviations found and fixed, of course, all against Jmix create service. Business logic in view controllers, just what I mentioned. Yeah, then data manager save with the result discarded. This is the forbidden behavior. Yeah, if this entity is not needed, yeah, to be by the way, yeah, this data manager save loads the saved entity, let's say, back, yeah, to this call. If it's not needed, then it should be in a different way. Yeah, so save without reloading save. Yeah, like this. Missing transaction boundary, validate business invariants, and so on. So everything checked and everything compliant and everything in the Jmix way at this point. Okay, this is perfect. I'm going to do something interesting. Yeah, going to do something interesting and secret, let's say. Yeah, going to introduce the additional terminal. I hope that's not going to break the entire demo. Once again, yeah, I'm going to quickly pass the secret prompt here. Yeah, I'm going to click the enter button, and then we're going to continue. So it's going to do something interesting for us. Yeah, let's say. What next? What's next? Next thing I would like to discuss and show you, of course, yeah, this is the mentioned dynamic model. Yeah, dynamic model functionality, or the dynamic model add-on. What does the thing can help you with? Once again, as the like the Alex just mentioned before I started, yeah, my demo, it can it allows you, yeah, let's say, to create anything you imagine without touching the code. For example, we have some business call, yeah, business call in this particular situation. Our espresso machine, boilers, and compressors now need pressure test records today, right now. Yeah, no deployment window. So do this immediately, please. Yeah, we cannot stop our application. Let's imagine, and we need something to be introduced. Yeah, so what we're going to do? Of course, we're going to the dynamic model menu and to this dynamic model settings view. Yeah, and here we can create both entities and enumerations, of course. So I'm going to create one. This one going to be called a pressure test, like this. Control E. Then localization, of course, should be introduced as well, so we're not seeing those raw things in the views. Yeah. Then click OK button. So this entity does exist. Now we should introduce, of course, set of the Attributes for this one, yeah. So first one going to be, let's say, test number, which not going to be number, by the way, yeah. That's going to be a string, let's say, string, okay. Required, and let's say unique, and let it be the instance name. So like this, created. Should introduce the localization, of course. Control V, remove this, change that, like this. Next attribute to create, let's say, we should know when it was tested. Tested at. This is the localized message, and here should be the attribute name, of course. Tested at. This one going to be the data type of the local date. I believe it's so it's fine. Required, not unique, of course. Yeah. At this point, because we can introduce as many tests as a singular date as we wish. Yeah. As you can guess. Third one should be like link. Yeah. Let's say. What do I mean about link? I mean the reference. Yeah. In fact, this is a reference. The power of the dynamic model is. Let's say shy. Yeah, that's shy. When we're talking about the static model plus dynamic model. Yeah, when we combine them, this is of course allowed. So I need the entity at this point. We created this pressure test to be linked with the equipment, of course. Yeah, so I can select the attribute type to be the entity, and then the entity name to be the equipment, of course. And here goes the attribute name. Yeah. Equipment, difficult one. I mean the word, yeah. Equipment. So this is not collection. Of course, this one is required, not unique, and not instance name. Like this, created. Yeah. Probably should add something like test result. So this one a little bit more useful. Yeah. Then with 3 attributes, let's say, let's make this test result to be the integer, and that's it, required. Some units, yeah, like this. So I've created the entity. I linked the dynamic entity with the static one. Yeah, then I can immediately create the standard views for this entity. Let's say I'm going to create both list view, yeah, like okay, and that's it. And I'm going to create a detail one, then okay, and that's it. One little thing to remember, for the list view, we should show this list view in the main menu. Yeah, I'm going to put this one in the asset, meaning this asset management root menu item, and I'm going to insert this one after the equipment list. Yeah, after the equipment list, and that's it. Okay, okay, okay. Next click, going to create this entity. In fact, apply changes, ready. Yeah, not going to appear here immediately. Should reload at least. Yeah, refresh this page, then should go to the root. Okay, something went wrong, as we can see. Let's check what. So run. Denied access, anonymous. So I believe this is probably because of the application hidden restart or something. Let's try restart this one then. Tried this like 4 times, yeah, before this demo, and of course it worked.
Demo effect as usual.
Yeah. It worked, of course, perfectly before the demo.
Dimitri, as we have a small pause, maybe you could answer the question that we have in the chat section from Wilma Kumar. So can Jmix allow entity update permission, but make a specific attribute like status read only?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, it can. Going to show you immediately. This is going to take like a couple of seconds. Pay attention to this matrix, let's say to this thing in the security. yeah, in the Jmix. For example, this is the engineer role, and if we open the entities, yeah, for example, status of the service request, yeah, let's say, so now engineer is allowed to modify all the attributes. If you need this differently, you can change this one priority, yeah, for example, priority be available read only, and that's it. That's it. Yeah. So as simple as it looking. So the engineer going to be able to see the priority, but not going to be able to change the priority, which is correct, by the way, in my opinion. Yeah. Probably it should be changed automatically, programmatically, or the manager should be able to change this one. I believe that you get it. So the application started, by the way. Let's take a look where we, yeah. Pressure test list. This is because the lack of the localized message, but this is not important in my opinion. Yeah, so this is the pressure test list. We can create a test. In fact, this number 1, yeah, tested at today. Now, of course, the equipment going to be selected. Let's say the espresso machine, this one, and the test result is 100 units. Yeah, imaginary pressure units bar. Probably, I hope no. Okay, so created, yeah, and immediately listed, and everything works as you can expect. Once again, this is possible not only link the dynamic entities with static, but the opposite way works as well. You can take the static entity, for example, equipment, and link this with the dynamic entity, and everything going to work absolutely fine, and everything going to be absolutely correct for you. Yeah. So this is probably the demo of this functionality. What else to add? I believe that we have a couple of spare minutes. Yeah. So let's introduce the equipment pressure test link. Yeah. But for a singular equipment, we can introduce a list, let's say, or the collection of the pressure tests. Yeah, because usually those not a single one. Yeah, tested once, and then forget about those tests. Yeah, usually those are collections. Yeah, let's say. So what we need to do. So going just to demonstrate this one, dynamic model settings. Of course, I'm not going to reintroduce the entity from scratch, and this is a bad idea. In fact, yeah, I need to create the dynamic model setting. Yeah, setting, let's say. So I'm going to find this equipment here, then click OK. Yeah, this is let's say override-ish part of the entity. No dynamic attributes for this one yet. So let's introduce new pressure tests, I believe. Pressure tests like this. All of those are underlines. So there's going to be the entity, of course. This one going to be the pressure test, indeed. Yeah. This one going to be collection, not required, nothing like this. Yeah, of course, because this is not suitable for the collection. Okay, created. And in fact, this is almost it. Once I apply this one, this going to be created on the layer, let's say, of the database, data model. Yeah. But of course, the columns nor fields are not going to appear magically somehow. Yeah, we need to change this view a little bit as well. So dynamic model settings, then equipment, then this one, then views. Let's say I would like to select the list view, just not the list view. Yeah, this is strange decision yet to show the collection in the list view, in my opinion. So instead of this, the equipment detail view, yeah, when we can show, I believe that we're going to be able to show those press tests for the equipment since this moment. Yeah, then the descriptor, click this magic button. Yeah, this is a magic indeed. Generate no dynamic attributes to add. Okay, don't save, please. So this is equipment. I forgot to save this, or what? Attribute, this one, views, create view identifier, equipment detail, descriptor, generate. No dynamic attributes to add. Okay. Save. Specify the descriptor XML source. Not going to probably work. What about the list? Okay. So this is added, in fact, yeah, on the level, let's say, of the data. Yeah. Next step in this case going to be go to the view descriptor, probably, yeah, and fix this one in there. Going to check this one later. Yeah, probably. This was not the best idea. Yeah, to try to show this one. This link going to work correctly. Yeah, if I check this attribute to decide to changes not to be the collection anymore. Yeah, but singular link works perfectly. In fact, yeah. So what about our next thing to discuss? Yeah, the next thing going to be this one, this little couple, let's say, of just letters AI. Yeah, and this is from the add-on, from the AI tools add-on indeed. So we usually refer this one like talk to your data, and in my opinion this is absolutely correct thing, yeah, to call this one this way. Why? Because inside the add-on, the open source, of course, at this point, free to use, of course, at this point, you can ask the questions in the natural language, yeah, in English, for example, and this is going to do a lot of very powerful and a lot of very suitable things. It's going to take a look at your meta model of the application. It's going to take a look on the data itself. Yeah, it's going to create a couple of GPQL queries, going to load some data, then going to analyze this data, and after this one going to answer you, of course. Yeah. So let's try this one out. I have the snippet, of course, at this point, as you can imagine. How many service requests are overdue? Without the explanation. Control V. Question mark. Would like to have this one. Going to take like 10 seconds probably. 10 seconds probably, or something like this. This one, I mean this tool itself, runs on an inexpensive, meaning cheap, yeah, open weight model. In my case, I do use the GLM model. Yeah, of course, you can use the models of different types, Mistral, the Quen, the Claude, of course, or GPT, of course, yeah, if you are a rich person. Yeah, so I'm using the cheap model, in fact, using the open router. Pay attention, please, that the add-on itself is the model agnostic. You can even try this one on the 7 billion parameters model, of course, or even on 1.5 billion parameters model, but this is not going to work, yeah, and the smallest ones, but something like 32 billions plus, this is going to answer you at least something. This is recommended, my personal probably recommendation, to use models like 120 billions plus. Yeah, that's going to be absolutely correct. And the answer, pay attention to this one, there are 6 overdue service requests. These are service requests whose due date has already passed and that are still in new or in progress status. So it decided what does this overdue word mean even. Yeah. So this is quite helpful thing, quite powerful thing. Yeah. Pay attention to the add-on documentation and everything going to be absolutely clear. Yeah. This all the questions, let's say, all the queries and the answers are not gone. Yeah. Immediately after the moment you close the tab, yeah, they still here, for example. Yeah, this is the hello question, let's say, to check if everything works, and this is the answer. You can ask to introduce this one in the form of a table. Yeah, you can ask to show you the let's say those that do have this critical priority, yeah, and stuff like this, like the and everything, yeah, you can imagine. But by the way, an interesting thing here to explain, at least, yeah, I believe this is not just the tool. This is not just the tool that goes into your database without any checking, yeah, let's say, of permissions, of course. Yeah, what do I mean? This is not the root GPQL builder. Yeah, GPQL query builder. Why is it so? Yeah, because it uses the main data access interface in the Jmix framework that is called data manager, of course. Yeah, and this data access interface checks the permissions, checks the roles always. Yeah. So if user not allowed to read, for example, equipments, yeah, then the AI request never going to show the even number of those. Yeah, let's say if user is not allowed to, for example, as we just performed this one for those work service request, yeah, I mean for the engineers, in this case, there is no way then engineer can see the service request of the site it's this engineer does not belong to. Yeah, because all the roles and all the permissions always checked in this AI tools. This is a very powerful thing, in my opinion. Yeah, so the decision is, of course, on your side. So what else? Let's take a look. Let's take a look what happened in this additional tab. Let's say, yeah, terminal tab. Okay, the first thing, the first step. What was this prompt? Let's take a look at this one. Plan silently before coding. Yes, so this one does not interrupt our conversation. Let's say, yeah, think it through. Do not ask me questions. A good idea. Yeah, I suggest to use this one. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, decide yourself everything. So consult the skills. Yeah, then the Kanban add-on has no skill, but in fact, this add-on is installed, and I just asked to introduce a Kanban for our application. Yeah, since we have some suitable entities to be placed on the Kanban board. Yeah, so let's try restart the application and take a look if we have something useful. Yeah, at this point.
Meanwhile, we have some questions, Dmitry.
Yeah, that's perfect.
First of all, I was really enjoying your flow, but we also need to answer some questions if we have a small pause.
Yeah, of course.
First of all, a short one. Felix Sender is asking, is the project will be in Git so we can follow the demo? Yeah.
Yes, I think so. It's quite easy thing to share this project. I'm going to prepare this one, yeah, to create some not run air and pre-run 122 branches, yeah, but with clear explanations and branches and the demo steps. Of course, we're going to share this one.
We will provide. So next question from Mario Medina is in the dynamic model. Can I configure which users can see those options? By those options, I believe that we are talking about the exact attributes in a role-based model. The question was when you were showing the dynamic model, so it's hard to say which exact those options, but I would maybe ask, does dynamic model support the security and RBIC?
Yeah, pay attention. This is available immediately after you install the add-on itself. Yeah, so there are a couple of the roles, modify settings, yeah, and then view settings grants full access to the dynamic model settings, so you can create them, you can drop them, you can change, edit them, and grant read-only access to the dynamic model settings. Yeah, so those going to be shown, let's say, to the users, but without the ability to change them or create or remove. Yeah, this is the basis, let's say, basic security is provided.
Thanks. Next question then. Mario, if we answered the question, give us some plus in the chat section. If you need some additional comments, feel free to define. Next question from Surya. If I am using the dynamic model via REST endpoint, is it support filter, sorting, pagination, etc. in GET endpoint? Because the current REST endpoint does not provide the filter and sorting on dynamic attributes.
It's the question of the day, I believe. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. I never tested the dynamic model against the REST. Let's take a look, you know, at the entity inspector. By the way, pay attention that now we have this data model thing, yeah, diagram view. If you interested what your data model is looking, now you can take a look at this one inside the Jmix itself. So the entity inspector, I believe that we should have this pressure then equipment, let's say, the equipment version not introduced here. Unfortunately, I think I'm not ready to answer this question. Yeah, I'm going to introduce the question, leave your context, and we're going to reach you, of course, yeah, and provide you examples and the explanations.
Again, for those who are not yet familiar with our forum, where we serve the technical question, it's forum.jmix.io. Just go into the support section, describe your case, describe your question, and we will be glad to discuss. We will be glad to provide you with the solution with the core team members as well. Just feel free. Yeah. Should we continue?
Yeah, of course. We should. First thing I would like to show you, this is this timing. Yeah. For 6 minutes and 41 seconds. It's done in like less than 7 minutes. And what do we have at this point? As far as I can see, we at least have this work order board. Yeah, and this is the Kanban. And this is not just looking like a Kanban. In fact, this is Kanban. Yeah, let's say I can drag and drop those. I can change those with the couple of the additions, let's say, using the agent in particular. I can make those clickable. I can make those assignable like this. Yeah, everything you can imagine for the Kanban. And what is quite interesting, the timing, of course, I believe that you understand that this is going to be, this is going to take like not 6 minutes. Yeah, not 6 minutes. If you decide to, let's say, write code this one yourself using the Spring, finding some open source library, JavaScript library, of course, in this case, in the internet, yeah, then you somehow trying to connect, yeah, them together. But in Jmix, it takes minutes, yeah, to create the MVP version, yeah, to create the ready to show version, yeah, version that immediately worked and stuff like this. So this is the, let's say, this is the situation, yeah, when the prepared things like Jmix dons and the modern tools like the AI agents meet each other, yeah, and this is perfect. We are in the perfect place, let's say, yeah, in the history, I believe. You can create things that you probably cannot even imagine before, yeah, those days, now in minutes. In my opinion, this is insane.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Dmitry. It was really essential. Welcome. I believe that we covered all the things that we promised during the demo.
I hope so.
I think we can switch now to our slides. Igor, please take control. So what we're going to do next is the following. The continue exploring slide is currently in your YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your attention. And now we will proceed further. First of all the necessary resources that we just demonstrated during this session, you can find them in the description of YouTube video. Just below, and please hit the like because you cannot, run out of the likes. It's not token, so please feel free to promote this video. And what should we also mention is, of course, that this workshop was some kind of a teaser. Dmitry, do you agree? A teaser of the upcoming course.
Yes.
We would call it possibly the espresso course. It's just 6 hours. 6 hours in 2 days, where we will guide you through the process of creating the applications with the Jmix AI. So it will happen at the end of September, 29th and 30th of September. It will be by a symbolic price of $50 per participant. So feel free to register. Just use this QR code and we will send the emails to the participants for this webinar with the link. And Dmitry, what will you cover in this workshop?
Not in the workshop, I believe in the course. Yeah, of course.
It's course. Yeah, sorry.
Going to start from scratch. Yeah, from those who does not know the Jmix perfectly. Let's say, yeah, who probably for the person does that. Hear about the Jmix first time today, yeah, probably, yeah. This is the target auditory, yeah, but not limited on this one, because we're going to show how to firstly build from scratch nowadays, yeah, how to build with Jmix from scratch very quickly, yeah, from nothing to working application that you can easily share and easily introduce to someone, to your manager and stuff, yeah. And we're going to, of course, take a look at the harness things like we just mentioned today. We're going to take a look at the spec-driven development process. Yeah, we're going to learn, of course. The most important thing is to learn about the Jmix, about the limitations of the agents, because some people think that those are perfect. Yeah, at the first point, let's say that those do not make mistakes. They do, in fact, yeah, a lot of them. And we're going to learn how to keep them enhanced, let's say, yeah, how to fix them, how to fix skills, probably, how to fix guidelines, and so on, so on, so on. A lot of information and practice in 6 hours.
Thank you so much, Dmitry. So guys, if you're interested, please go ahead and register for the course. We will contact you. Because I mean it, we already have a big bunch of our Evaluate customers who are interested in this course, so make sure to reserve your spot. So now we are going to the Q&A section, and because we already covered a lot of questions today, so I have a couple of tricky questions for you, Dmitry, because
Yes.
let's make it even more intriguing. So what do you think about the role of the opinionated frameworks currently? Because you mentioned earlier that LLMs do love opinionated frameworks such as Jmix. I would maybe relate also to Django, to Ruby on Rails or whatever. What is your personal opinion? Why do LLM love those frameworks?
This is interesting situation. Those frameworks become opinionated because of why, mostly because of why. What was the limitations under those opinions, let's say, yeah? Because those frameworks usually, let's say, looking at least limited, yeah, that they have some particular ways to do the particular things, yeah. For example, generating the views in Jmix in the form of two artifacts, the controllers, the descriptor, yeah. And some developers decided that those limitations are not for them, of course, yeah, because they want this and they want that, yeah. They want this particular library, they prefer this particular tool, and so on, so on, so on. Yeah, they wanted widest world, let's say, yeah. But for the agents and the models, this works in an opposite way, in an absolute opposite way. Yeah, for example, if we asking the Spring, not the Spring, yeah, but we if we asking the agent to create some authentication system, yeah, on the pure, let's say, Spring, it always makes mistakes, always. I tried this 14 times. Yeah, I have the benchmark, probably in future, yeah, in a close future, as far as I believe, we're going to publish this information as well. Yeah, so it always makes mistakes, always. Each time, because of why? In my opinion, yeah, because in Spring itself, there are like 20 plus ways to introduce this task, yeah, to implement this authentication system, and each time it decides something new, it's imagine something new. This is not guardrail, yeah, this is just do something, yeah, go somewhere and find something in there, yeah, and bring this one to me. So this is bad for the even for the frontier models, yeah, not mentioning like GLM5 models, like, yeah, stuff like this. And when talking about the Jmix, there is a singular way, in fact, yeah, to introduce basic local authentication. This is the roles, yeah, this is the annotated interfaces with the examples, so model creates this one perfectly each time, yeah. So this is the answer. What is opinionated for the human being? It's in fact very good for the artificial intelligence, let's say.
Absolutely. I would say this is the most essential answer for this question. So, dear listeners, please just take a look in the chat section. The next poll is specifically for you. We are thinking on the next workshop topics, and what should our next live and free workshop focus on? Please leave your option, or leave your choice, or advise us in the chat. So currently I cannot see some additional questions. Please feel free to post them. You are able to do it while we are here, because we are already starting to summarize. So, Dmitry, I think it was really essential, and I want to thank you for this demo. We highlighted all the necessary questions. Just, yes, thank you so much. So, I cannot see any additional questions at the moment. What can I ask? Maybe some, I would say, some ultimate question for you then.
Okay.
Let's, for example, for the person who just in Jmix and was looking at all this stuff and all those things that we showed and thinking, you know, as let's say, really experienced Spring team, a skeptic can say, can encode all those rules in templates, convention tests, and own agent instructions for for the intelligent Spring team. So in this scenario, does Jmix really an advantage or a packaged version of work the team could do itself if they have proper resources and build their own Jmix maybe? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that if a team, let's say, has proper sources, let's say, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of developers, of course, they can do what they want to do. Yeah, this is their resources, let's say. Yeah, but in fact, there are a couple of points to mention. Yeah. The resources is one of those points, let's say. Yeah, so if you're starting to introduce your own inner framework, and this is looking like this particular way, so we're going to create everything that we need ourselves, meaning that you're going to decide those patterns, let's say, fix those decisions, fix those libraries, and in fact you're creating the framework. And this is this can look like a good idea at the first step, at the very beginning. Later, those frameworks are not documented, of course. Sometimes, not going to pull this claim on all the developers, but sometimes, let's say, they are not documented. Sometimes they are out of date. Documentation is out of date. Sometimes, not sometimes, always somehow you need the resources to, for example, educate a new employee, how to work with your inner, not documented framework, let's say. When we're talking about the Jmix, all this job is on us. In fact, we're creating the framework, we're sharing the framework, we document this framework. We support this framework. We update the versions of the Spring, of the Guardian, and you name it. Everything is on us. In fact, so you just go take this beautiful thing and use it. And this is that's it. In fact, and you should not forgot about this, so-called bus factor. If you have some senior developer that knows everything about your inner framework, something can happen with them. I hope that in the best scenario, they just find a better job, probably, and they say you goodbye, but the bad factor itself is they can be the situation as well. So this is the answer.
Thank you so much. Some dark humor in the end of the summer.
How can we
from the lead trainer of Jmix?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think this is it. And once again, dear listeners, please answer the poll and give us some likes. And see you in the next workshops. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention.
Yes, thank you. See you. Goodbye.